Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany Carter, aka Brittinspires, and my channel is all about inspiring you. We talk about different topics on this channel, from entrepreneurship to motivation and spiritual growth. I mean, we get into a lot of different topics in that world, but it's all about mindset. And mindset is affected by so many different elements. And I believe once you have the right mindset, there's so much that you can do and conquer and overcome. Life is crazy. I get it. Things get crazy. But we have power to overcome a lot of the challenges that we face. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about overcoming some of the obstacles that may prevent you from being successful. Procrastination is one of the biggest things that I faced when getting started with my business or with any opportunity. I'm very hesitant. I've been very hesitant to take full-on action and to get into full-on action. But I want to talk to you guys about the energy behind it. I want to talk to you about the consistency it takes. I want to just talk to you guys about what it really takes to get into momentum and flow in your business and in whatever you're looking to achieve. So we're going to start by I just want to talk. I just want to go into talking about this book, Think and Grow Rich. Now, I've read Think and Grow Rich probably, I want to say at least 10 times. However, I'm now studying Think and Grow Rich. And when I say studying, I'm breaking it down like I would break down the Bible, because I'm trying to understand the concepts in the book and not just say I know. Now, one thing I'm learning is that you have to stay teachable. Once you stop being teachable, you're going to miss out on so many opportunities. And when I think about being teachable is having the willingness to say I don't know and to continue to learn and to read books over. Because I used to read books and I would be like, check, I read that book, I'm done with that, moving on to the next. And I never really understood that when you go back and revisit a book that you've read, you're gonna actually grasp different concepts that you may have missed before. Why is that? It's because we change. Like, we're constantly evolving. I always say that. We change. So the book's the same, the content inside the book, and this is like one of the original editions. I got like the older one because I wanted to get any of the pieces that may have been taken out. I wanted to get that. But literally, you change. So when you read a book again, you're going to find new nuggets. You're going to find new information inside that book that you didn't realize before. So I just want to talk to you guys about really being teachable, really understanding like, hey, what does it take for me to get to the next level? In the last video that I talked about, I talked about overcoming a lot of different challenges with being persistent and how to be persistent, how to develop the habit of being more persistent. And I talked about getting mentorship. I talked about mastermind group, talked about, being around like-minded people. There's a lot of concepts that are inside this book where it talks about it. But what I want to talk about is like the energy behind it, the energy behind what you're doing. So when I set out to create my product, I created inspiration cups, right? And this is an actual package that I created. And it has coffee. I love coffee, so I'm drinking some right now. And when I set out to create my box, I was so excited about it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I've been developing the idea for years, and I think it's time. I'm ready to go full throttle. Once I got into the weeds and I started to put the pieces together, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so much bigger and so much more work than I even imagined. And it wasn't until like I remember I got my first big batch of orders and I was knocking out my orders. And as I was doing it, some of the customers had wrote personalized notes that they wanted me to put in the box in some format. And I wrote out the letters. And I remember writing out the letters. And they were so beautiful. There were simple notes to like mothers and sister-in-laws and like whatever the case is. But they were so special. And I thought to myself, I am doing something that is giving value to someone that is on a deeper level. And I got so excited about it. So then I was like, okay. Why am I doing this? And I talked about it in my last video. Got to my why. I'm doing this because what I believe can bring inspiration, can bring encouragement, which is what I believe my purpose is. I'm creating a product around what I love to do, and that is to inspire and encourage people. I do that in my day-to-day life. I'm always looking for opportunities to talk to someone, to encourage someone, to speak life to someone. That gives me energy. So that's how I develop my product. Where am I going with all this? I didn't mean to go down a rabbit hole, but I'm going to bring it all back here. The point is, the energy behind what you're doing is going to be the fuel that keeps you going forward. If you do not have that energy to really get you started, I mean, think of it as your gasoline. So you have to put gas in the car for the car to get going. And once you put gas in the car and it's going, and then you start to head downhill, that's when momentum's going. So I'm thinking about this whole like process of creating momentum, of creating a business or creating an opportunity or attracting what you want in your life. It's about establishing that energy first and foremost, getting your energy right, because you can't focus and get the things that you want if you're all divided and all over the place, and any person could come and just plant a seed and plant an idea in your mind like, oh, that'll never work. Why are you trying to do that? Oh, there's definitely gonna be failure. And you literally absorb what they're saying as truth, and then you stop. Oh, we're in a global pandemic and the economy's gonna be bad. You shouldn't even like starting a business. That's crazy. Why would you do that right now? But that is all irrelevant to the fact that we have power to create. There's more money, there's millions of dollars in this brain that you have. You just have to mine it. You have to pull it out. And so when you think about this whole process of, okay, I need to come together with this idea and figure out how to make it happen, it's a matter of you believing in your process, like having that burning desire to go out and create it and make it a reality, and then putting together a plan of action and taking massive action on that plan. And when you take massive action, there's like this thing, and I was reading it in the book. It was talking about, I was reading it in Think and Grow Rich. I was talking about how this like supernatural magic starts to happen, right? So like I was listening to someone talk about luck, and I've been hearing a lot of people talk about manifestation, luck, all this stuff. They're like, well, you can't just sit around and just magically make things appear and magically make this happen and magically attract $1,000 to you. And I agree to some extent to that idea, but I think when you are in alignment with what you want to attract into your life, the magic starts to come into play because you start to take action towards your goal. And you're taking inspired action. It's not action like, oh, I have to do this. Like, I just need to get it done. It's like, I'm inspired to do what I need to do. This gives me joy to do what I need to do, to work hard, to go after my goals. And that's when you differentiate yourself from being obligated to do what you got to do to being inspired about doing what you're doing. So the magic happens, you're taking action, you have the energy and the alignment with what you want to attain and what you want to do, and then you start to work out the process. You plan a strategic plan, you work the plan. And when you're working the plan, you're going to see those results. It's going to happen because once you start putting into play, that's when opportunities start to come. And you have to be ready for those opportunities. In Think and Grow Rich, in the chapter of persistence, he literally lists out all the different reasons why people do not succeed in life. It's due to not being persistent. And when you allow yourself to get stuck or hung up on maybe situations, maybe things that people say, maybe things that you feel are holding you back, maybe you're procrastinating, like I was struggling with taking action. I was afraid to take action for whatever reason. It was like making a phone call or doing what I needed to do was just too, it was like, let me just do something else, because I was afraid of what was going to happen. What if I fail? What if I mess up? No, you can't be afraid of that. So I'm just going to talk to you guys about that a little bit. Just overcoming. I wanted to share this on this video, and I know it's like not step by step by step by step. And but I had it in my spirit to talk about it when I was doing my morning ritual today. I was like, you know what? I was reading Think and Grow Rich, and I was like, I need to talk about this. Like, I need to share what I'm experiencing and learning. And I hope that this video struck a chord and kind of turned on a light bulb or a light switch. We're living in an interesting day and age, but there is nothing new under the sun. Just remember that. There's nothing new under the sun. All of these things have come before. I'll say this one last little bit and I'll wrap it up. I don't want to make too long a video. I was listening to a sermon on the radio the other day, and this lady, she was just preaching her heart out about the global economy being in, like the U.S. economy being in a recession, and how things are really hard right now and people don't have jobs, and like it was a really tough time, and she was encouraging and edifying through her sermon. She was just sharing peaceful words, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so encouraging right now. I needed to hear this. Like, this is such perfect timing for this sermon. And I get off, I listened to the whole sermon. At the end, the commentator gets on and she says, wow, what a beautiful message from, she said the lady's name. And I was like, yeah, that was a beautiful message. And she goes, that message was recorded back in 2008 during the recession. And I was like, wow, I remember that. So like, I say all of that because nothing is new under the sun. We are going to go through challenging times, right? In life. We all are. We're all gonna, if you haven't experienced it yet, you will. If you are experiencing it, hang on tight. You're gonna get through it. You just gotta fight through it, and you gotta really just put on your full armor. I'm gonna say that. Put on your full armor. Protect your mind. Protect your heart. Protect your energy. Make sure that you're not allowing the outside sources to stop you from pursuing what you were put on this earth to pursue and do. Because your calling is your calling. You gotta step into that. 100% sold out, completely involved in doing what you were called to do, regardless of what's going on around you. So that's a little bit about Think and Grow Rich. I could sit here and talk for days, but I know you guys' time is so valuable, and I want you guys to be able to get on with your day and have a good day. So if you like this video, if this video gave you some value, if you got something from it, please like and comment below. I'd love to hear some of your thought processes and ideas on this topic. And then also feel free to share and subscribe, because I'm going to be posting more content. I'm trying to keep it consistent to 2 times a week. I'm trying to pick 2 days at work, but my schedule's a little bit unpredictable at the moment. So I'm going to try to get videos out at least twice a week. I said once before, but I'm trying to push for twice a week. So please tune in again. Hope you guys have a beautiful day again. Thank you so much for your time. I know how valuable that is, and I just appreciate you spending the time here with me today. Have a blessed and beautiful day.